In a tangled web of deceit and accusation, truths are slowly unveiled.
I asked him straight up about the Tyler Wallace situation. I said, did they call you and say, hey, Tyler's gonna, or did Maddie call you and say, my dad said I'm gonna move with him because I'm 13, and Stefan got pissed and flew down there? No, none of that happened. It was his own freaking anxieties. And maybe, just maybe, he was out of his pills and he needed to get back up there to get his pills from Jenn, right? Not maybe, he was out of his pills. That's why he was trying to borrow anxiety medication from his parents. And also now I know Jenn tries to play this little Miss Innocent bitch sitting on the couch. She was giving Maddie full-on D rugs, including smoking marijuana, guys. I want you to know that. I don't know how long she had Maddie smoking marijuana, but she had Maddie smoking that vape pen right along with them. And pills, pills, pills. All right. Love you too. Pills, pills, pills. Jenn, Maddie, all of them, all three of them did the same damn things.
And I said, listen, at this point, it's their phone. It's theirs for fucking ever. I don't give a shit. We will buy you a new phone. It doesn't matter anymore. Whatever they need, they need. Like, let them look at it.
And she uses, we will buy you a new phone.
Oh my God. Speaking of that, Disney needs to be shut down. There's, a ton of pedos. Stefan says that was the best place he's ever worked. He loved working at Disney, everything about it, and then he goes into detail. Now, you got to remember, when Stefan talks a lot of times, it's like he's kind of in his own little world. I've noticed that when you talk to him, he'll talk about certain things that he wants to talk about, but when he doesn't want to talk about it, he makes it very clear that he doesn't, or he'll just go on to another subject and kind of just be in his own little world about stuff. All right. So just want you to know that, because when we do read the actual messages, there's many times that on one breath, he'll talk about Maddie and her life taken. And then the next breath talk about something that just doesn't make sense. And again, I don't know what caused that or what. We do know that there was some TBI situation. I don't know how detrimental that can be to somebody, but something's up.
Like, I just want my phone back. And I'm just like, are you trying to make yourself more suspicious? Because, like,
Are you trying to make yourself more suspicious? This is not the language of a mother in panic for her missing daughter. This is the language of an accomplice.
If you were to go demand your phone back right now, that would look suspicious as fuck. Like, what are you doing? I'm thinking he's just getting impatient because he's bored and wants to play on his phone. And at one point, he takes my phone to start playing with it. I give it up. And I said, here, play on my phone. Have fun.
And thanks for saying that, Deb. He says that so many times in his messages. He was in a haze all the way through whatever happened. And he knows he should have called 911. They should have took Maddie. I don't think they could have saved her life, but he was in a haze for a long time. And that's why they had him in that turtle suit, because he was just like out of his mind, going whatever happened, whatever shock he had of dumping Maddie's body and going through all that. He absolutely, I agree. And you'll hear it in his own words. All right. Disarray Ray. Thank you. Thank you for becoming a member. Welcome. Carolina Hurtado. Arrest Jenn Soto now. I couldn't have said that better. We need to find out the next steps on how to hook up with I don't know if it's a district attorney. I don't know if it's a prosecutor. I don't know who it is, but we need to do something.
I think from my phone, he was trying to log into his emails, but he couldn't, because you need like 2-factor authentication from your own phone. And I'm just like, what are you trying to look at? And he's like, oh, my shipments, my packages. He's addicted to buying shit. That's another thing. Me and his dad couldn't figure out where Stefan was getting money from to buy stuff since he's been unemployed the last 2 months.
That's a huge leakage, by the way, guys, when she says that. Stefan's dad and I can't. She's a liar. She's lying. She's trying to make it seem like she's distancing from Stefan. Lie.
But he's constantly buying himself packages, buying himself things off of Amazon, buying himself things offline.
Is this stuff you can confirm, or you think he's doing this?
What?
Buying packages.
I can confirm because I am linked to his Amazon account, and his parents can confirm whatever UPS packages or whatever he's getting at home. But I'm linked to his Amazon account. If you guys have my phone, you'll see whatever shipment.
Yep.
I think most recently I did like birthday party.
Listen, her daughter's missing. They're gonna find her body in the next like hour and a half. And this lady, look at that face she's making. She's explaining about a package. What she's doing, in my opinion, guys, is she's putting everything off on Stefan. But instead, and look at the guy, look at the officer here, look at this law enforcement. He's like, unbelievable. We're trying to find out where this little girl is before it's too late. And she's talking about packages and where the money came from. She's implicating Stefan. She's implicating him and trying to put it off on him. This is huge leakage here.
If you see birthday party stuff, that was me. But everything else,
of course not. No excuses.
Yep. He's constantly buying stuff and he doesn't have money. He keeps saying he's got money in his savings, but me and his dad call bullshit because he hasn't had. When he lived with us, he was struggling. His dad was helping him pay his bills, paying his rent, paying his gas, paying his insurance. Stefan was helping us, supporting us by buying food and all that stuff. But I don't know what he did with the rest of his money. And I don't know where he's getting money from now.
You were telling us that he was trying to log into
his emails. So he's trying to log into his emails on his phone. And I said, 2-factor authentication, you can't do anything. You're just going to have to wait till you get your phone back.
Yep.
What else?
And again, when we say that Stefan was in a haze, that is not an excuse. What I take as an excuse for Stefan being in a haze is that he didn't speak up and he didn't freaking say anything about Jenn Soto. It was like he was protecting her. And like I said, now I know why. She gave complete and utter control to him with Maddie, or over Maddie, I should say. All right. Did Jenn want to know why he had a tripod? She knew why he had a tripod, of course.
We waited in the car.
Thank you.
I think at this point, when I noticed that forensics was locking down the house and you guys said we couldn't come back, I told him to call his dad. Because I had a feeling y'all knew something and it was going to come down on him.
Oh, shit.
Have you noticed?
I knew they knew something and it was going to come on him. Not because I want to find my daughter and this son of a bitch. Not because any of that, but because y'all knew something and it was going to come down on him. And she knew it. She knew it. All right. All right, let's keep going. This lady needs to be arrested.
What the conversation in the car was about. And she's gone off on this rant, this tirade.
And I'm just like, they're focusing on the wrong person. They have the wrong person. In my head, I'm convinced you guys are just...
She's a lazy sloth.
That you had the wrong person.
Have you noticed how sensitive the words wrong person are? She's just repeated it 3 times. Wrong person, wrong person, wrong person. We take note of this. It's highly, highly sensitive.
Yep.
And I wonder why.
I wanted to think that he was good.
Yeah, no, he's out of his haze, sitting in that jail cell, sitting in that prison cell, out of that haze, wondering why it went down the way it did and how Jenn just got out of all of it. So yeah, he's absolutely done protecting Jenn, for sure, for sure.
Yep.
Before we get ahead of that, what is the conversation like between you two when you're in the car?
Lies.
Y'all were in there for a good while we were trying to figure things out at your apartment complex or your condo. What's the conversation like inside that car?
I'm trying to think back.
She's trying to think back, guys, but really what she's trying to think back on is what's the portion of the conversation that we can have without implicating myself or him in this case. Because again, she did not know that, number one, they were going to find Maddie's body just an hour and a half later. And number two, that they were going to find all those CSAM pictures in that phone. Now, don't forget, guys, we can talk about the Woody Allen situation all day long, but don't forget the Electra complex is right on point with our narrative this last year and a half. The entire time our narrative was Jenn probably did it because she was jealous of her daughter and Stefan's relationship. Well, look at there you have right there the Electra complex. Why didn't she tell the police that? Oh, because that would have implicated her immediately. Okay, yeah. What's up, Rose? Good to see you.
What exactly we were talking about?
So it's brought back to this subject, and she's avoiding again.
I know I remember late in
Notice the self-censorship.
like when you guys let us know we couldn't come back, and I called his dad.
Well, the Electra complex is completely a normal thing. It really is something in psychology. They do say it's outdated, but the Electra complex is not normal in this situation at all whatsoever. It's completely that and the Woody Allen. Yeah, there's no death penalty, Rose. Everything was said and done. Stefan's locked up for the rest of his life, and he's now talking about Jenn's part in this case.
Or we called his dad. I started saying to him, like, I think they're focusing in on you. Like, we need to call your dad, and I think we need to get you a lawyer.
We need to get you a lawyer. Now the cop's getting mad.
I feel like they're focusing on the wrong person, and he kept saying the same thing.